every immigration argument that you hear, they never come from well, how does it affect you personally? Well, you know, these immigrants, they come to our country, they burden our tax system. What they do is they come here and they get into our education system and our health care, and I gotta pay the taxes. My taxes have to pay that. Well, what the fuck are you doing to me? Every time you have a kid, because it's American, I should pull up a chaise lounge and wave a flag while 15 of those things come out of you? Oh, I can't wait to pay for these, they're American. I have a vasectomy and an abortion on my record, but I can't wait for all your fucking fat-headed Midwestern kids to come out of you. What are you, Catholic? Come on, be fruitful and multiply. Love it. I'll get a second job. No, well, these immigrants, they don't speak the language. Then don't talk to them. Well, I solved your problem. That was quick. You know who speaks the language perfectly? Your next door neighbor. You've lived there 8.5 years. You've never said one fucking word to that guy. You avert eye contact should you check the mail at the same time. So why would you give a shit what the guy selling gnip-gnops in a cart in the park speaks? It's none of your fucking business. And all the cliched arguments like that, well, they're lazy, they're shiftless, and they're criminals and all this, all those arguments go against the main cliched argument of they're taking American jobs. I live on the Mexican border. I live 7 miles off the Mexican border in a town, Bisbee, Arizona, a little town. I can go out any day and watch Border Patrol arresting these guys by the dozen, 11 at a time out of a Dodge Omni, like a clown car with plastic cuffs. And you're right, they don't speak the language and they probably have no education. They don't have fucking shoes half the time. They're like barefoot and tattered castaway like Gilligan's Island shorts and a fucking dirty t-shirt and they're dehydrated and wander in the desert for 4 days. And if that guy is as qualified for your job as you are, you're a fucking loser of such epic, humiliating proportions. I would be ashamed to have anyone find out that guy took my job. He doesn't speak English. What, did they do your job training in pantomime, shithead? Oh, see, come on. Poink, poink. I see, poink, poink. Crank, 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 crank. Oh, you're out of here, mullet head. That guy's more qualified. Fucking asshole, you should have tried harder. Nobody bitches about immigrants taking their job if that person has skills of any level. You don't hear fucking brain surgeons sitting around the Beverly Hills Hotel lounge. You know what really chaps my ass, Barry? Scandinavian fellas are coming over taking all our good neurosurgery positions. The Norwegians specifically. I say we down ourselves a bottle of Jack Daniels and go stomp us some Ouija ass. The first Ouija we see, we jump out of that Explorer and pound him. Fucking immigrants. All started with that Einstein. Once they brought him over from Germany and we didn't have any good genius jobs, it was a trickle-down effect.
Britain is proud to boast that we're home to the most hard-working, diligent and adaptable workforce in Europe, the Poles. They're bloody good, aren't they? Yeah. Round of applause for the Poles. Of course, you get a lot of right-wing people saying, oh, these Poles, they come over here taking our jobs. I was thinking, if a guy from Poland arrives, he doesn't speak the language, doesn't have any money, doesn't know anyone, and he takes your job on the first day, you're shit. Fuck off.
Dude, you ever hear people say that about that the Mexicans are stealing the jobs? You ever hear people say that? You never heard that? You never heard that? Lying-ass motherfucker right now. I'm not making that up, though, right? I'm not... First of all, that's the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. How the fuck do you steal a job? I never seen a Mexican walk into a restaurant, give me the dishes. That shit never happened in my fuck. No, we don't want the money. Rub your gloves on the ground. Don't touch my palmolives! So stupid. If you're gonna steal a job, wouldn't you steal a great job? like, who is deciding to steal these fucking jobs? That's what I want to know. Are you ready to steal some jobs today? Yeah, minimum wage, we can do worse. I wish they would steal a good. I wish 40 Mexicans would just raid the Apple store. The Genius Bar is ours! The fuck out of here, nerds! It's Mexicans that run the Apple store now. Just got nerds walking. What do you Mexicans know about selling Macs? If we can sell oranges, we can sell apples. Okay, get the fuck out of here.
I've never asked you this before, and we've been good friends for many years. Okay, I made that up. But
no. We haven't?
No, we're friends. We're good friends. But I don't know what your... MacDonald, is that Irish? Is that Scottish? What's your ethnic background?
My ethnic background is Polish.
Are you really Polish? Wow.
Polish people,
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
MacDonald, you don't...
Well, my parents changed their names. They had to because of the constant ribbing they'd get for being Polish, you know? Mm-hmm. And so they changed their name to MacDonald. But, you know, it's one of the things that you can, you know... I mean, I get a little upset about it, you know? Because, you know,
all the Polish jokes and stuff.
you can't make jokes about other people, but for some reason you make jokes about Polish people, you know?
Right.
I don't like it.
Right. You shouldn't. That sounds bad, yeah.
I mean, I had an experience, you know. I go in and I order a Polish sausage, you know, from this guy, you know. And so the guy says to me, you must be Polish. And I said, come on, man. I mean, come on. Think about it, what you're saying. You know, I'm trying to knock some sense into this fellow's head, maybe give him a wider world view, you know?
Sure, yeah.
I said, you think because I order a Polish sausage, I'm Polish. I said, what if somebody came in here and ordered French toast? Would you think he was French, you know?
Right.
I mean, what if somebody came in here and ordered a Belgian waffle? Would you consider that guy a Belgian, you know? I mean, if a guy came in and ordered a German bratwurst, would you consider that fellow to be a German fella?
Right.
I said, what if a guy came in and ordered German potato salad? I suppose you'd think he was German too. Yeah?
Yeah.
You know, what if a guy...
Wow, you talked to this guy for a while.
I'm telling you, man. With racists, you have to get through to
You have to really get it into their head. Right.
I said, if a guy came in and he ordered a Cuban hamburger, are you going to assume he's a Cuban?
Right.
I said, I think it is absolutely ridiculous that just because I come in here, I order a Polish sausage, why would you jump to the fact that I'm Polish?
Right.
And the guy says to me, well, first of all, it's a hardware store.
So anyways, this is the Monday Morning Podcast, everybody. If you're new to it, welcome. If you're from another country, you stay put. You stay right where you are. We don't need you anymore. All right? We're doing just fine with the immigrants that we're abusing over here right now. You sit the fuck down. I don't even know what's going on. There's some sort of immigration thing going on in the news, and everybody's fucking flapping their arms, right? And the guys in the red ties are going, hey, get them the fuck out of here. And the guys in the blue ties are like, you know, I think everybody should have a right to be here, right? Same old fucking shit. I love when they go like, well, the immigrants, you know, they do the jobs that Americans don't want to do. I love how they always put it back on, like, they always get it off the rich guys. Like, immigrants do the jobs Americans don't want to do. That's such a fucking brilliant way of saying that Americans don't want to be grossly underpaid for back-breaking work that makes somebody else $1 zillion fucking dollars. Do you think those immigrants want to do those jobs? And I love when they sit there and go, oh, they're happy. They're fucking happy. bent over at the waist all day picking jelly beans? Huh? You want to fucking do that out in Candyland Fields? I don't think anybody wants to. They're basically saying we can't get away with sweatshop labor in this country anymore because of unions. All right? And then they spin it around. They go, the Americans don't want to do this job. You're telling me you couldn't find an American to go out and go pick some fucking apples if you paid them right? Huh? Who the fuck wouldn't want to go out and go pick some apples? You get that bag, right? You're walking around out in fucking air. Nobody breathing down your neck. You're just up there picking apples like Johnny Appleseed. I'd love to be a fucking apple picker if you paid me. You know, you want to give me 30 cents a fucking month to go pick apples? Yeah, go fuck yourself. You pick the fucking apples.
You see that? They don't want to work. They don't have a work ethic.
Jesus Christ. Anyways. Gotta go find some guy that used to sleep on a rock under a fucking waterfall to do that goddamn job. Of course you did. Some guy who walked here, you know, from Zimbabwe. Grabbed himself a piece of fucking oak or whatever, some light pine or some shit, right? And doggy paddled his whole fucking way over here. Yeah, you think he's scared of picking some apples for no money? He doesn't give a fuck. He's happy to be back on the land. But you got to go to that fucking guy, that level of struggle in life to find somebody to go out to go, you know, roll the cantaloupes in after the fucking harvest, right? Why? Because we don't want to do it or because we won't fucking work for $1 a month? You rich cunt. Oh, I'm on a fucking tear this morning. Unbelievable.
Let me tell you about a story so true. We're showing me style and it's all so cool. It's about a garment torn and frayed. Getting this threads, the story conveyed. Walking down the streets with holes in my teeth. These red things here are part of me, you see. It ain't about the brand or the label it holds. It's about the journey, the stories it unfolds. In these ragged clothes, I find my voice. A testament to resilience, my choice. From the streets to the stage, I rock my style. In my tattered shirt, I walk that mile. Ripped and torn, but still I stand in my ragged attire. I command, it's not just fabric, it's a statement I preach. In my threadbare garment, I find my reach. From the barrio to the bar, I make my mark. In my worn out jeans, I leave a spark. They may call it rags, but I call it art. In every stitch and tear, I'll play my part. It's the struggle of the streets, the hustle so real. In my tattered jacket, I seal the deal. A symbol of defiance against the status quo. My patched up pants, I let it show. It's not about the riches or the wealth I lack. In my faded hoodie, I stay on track. It's the heart of the hustle, the grind each day. In my worn out kicks, I find my way. Ripped and torn, but still I stand. In my ragged attire, I command. It's not just fabric, it's a statement I preach. In my threadbare garment, I find my reach. So here's to the ones with the clothes that tear. In our patched up attire we have, so let the world see our garments worn. For in our rags, our stories are born. In the language of the streets we speak. In our torn up clothes we find our peak.
Victim who has committed no treachery is killed and a traitor stands. Stone table crack.